Just let me say one meaning of grace. I have a 15-year-old calico cat named Grace.
Okay.
That was a fun thing. So a few weeks ago, and it was the reason I missed our meeting, is my husband and I were taking a road trip like we often do, because that is my favorite way to travel. And we were heading out to the desert, going to Phoenix and then down to Tucson to catch up with my best friend from high school who was driving out from Wisconsin. So we were all converging down in the desert. And so my husband and I, because I have an electric car, rented a big Jeep Cherokee for this road trip so we'd be comfortable. We loaded up the Jeep, got on the road, and of course I was driving. If any of you know me or know anything about me at all, there is no way I am getting in the car with my husband driving. I love him dearly, but he's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde behind the wheel. My lovely, patient, loving, wonderful husband gets behind the wheel and suddenly becomes, well, we don't let him drive slow. So we had a great time on our little morning trip. We made it out to the desert, no time flat. Great adventure. Got as far as Indio, California. Stopped in Indio for a moment. And then there's a road that goes from Indio up to the summit to get out of the desert. You have to go all the way up, 26 miles. It's a 2-lane road, straight up, with no exit. And we started up that 26-mile road and got about 2 miles up. And traffic stopped dead. Stopped dead. No exit. Up ahead, a tractor trailer filled with furniture had sideswiped a guardrail and caught on fire and melted the truck down to the frame and melted both lanes of the freeway, completely shutting it down. And so it took 4.5 hours to go 26 miles. So I was driving, and being a girl, we don't have much self-control if we had a lot of liquid. My husband, being a boy, can conveniently take care of that problem a lot more easily than I can driving. So an empty Starbucks cup to the rescue. My husband was happy to just dump things out of the side of the road. And so. Was I jealous? Yes. But during that adventure, and one of the times he had the car door open, his wallet went out the door with it. His wallet with his ID, every bit of money we had for vacation, his credit cards. 27 years of his life history out the door, onto the stopped freeway, and we didn't know it until we got to the summit 26 miles later. When we got to the summit, at that point I ran in to use the restroom, and my husband started looking for his wallet and pulling everything out of the Jeep Cherokee, frantically, but no wallet. And when it was obvious what had happened, I sat there, and all the years I worked in the field of science went down the drain while I prayed frantically to every Catholic saint I could think to pray to. I swear, St. Anthony, St. Jude, St. Joseph, I prayed like I haven't prayed in a long time. Desperate prayers. Prayers from the heart, because my husband lost his wallet on the freeway in this terrible traffic jam. And what's going to happen now? And I'll tell you what, guys, be very careful when you pray, because St. Anthony especially, he can find anything that's lost. So this, let me digress and say, this is why I have never said I lost weight. Because St. Anthony will find it. I prefer to say, I have released it to the universe, and thank you very much. I don't need it back. It can stay gone. It's a good thing. So we were frantic. Wallet's gone. My husband is devastated. He just feels like he's lost his life in this event because it was so important to him. And there was more than $500 cash in there.
Oh.
So we drove back from the summit back down to Indio and turned around. And we drove back up the 10, following the slowest truck we could follow. In the desperate hope that we would find that wallet. But of course not. It was not. So we got back up to the summit, made some phone calls, canceled what credit cards we could cancel, called our friends and said, we're going home. My husband didn't feel he could even travel without any identification. So we turned back and we drove and we got as far as Redlands. And got a phone call from the CHP in Indio. Said, hi, I'm sorry it took so long for us to call. A lady driving by the accident scene found your husband's wallet and handed it to me on the accident site.
Oh, wow.
And I found your business card in there. And I wanted to call and tell you can come pick it up. And oh, by the way, everything's there, including the cash.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. So, I sat there and cried and thanked my saints, like the good little scientist I am. And I'll tell you what, if you guys don't believe in something, find something to believe in, because there are still miracles out there and there are still good people out there that will do the right thing, even if maybe that lady needed the $500 more than we did, but we got it back. So the next day, back to Indio we go, catch up with the CHP, and nice little officer comes out and he's got Jim's much mutilated wallet and a baggie and hands it to us and says, guess what guys, there's another fire up there in the same spot. And sure enough, next day there was a big accident in the same spot. And I said, I cannot do this again. I can't. And the officer, sweet CHP officer, said, go this way, take this down to the Salton Sea, turn left, drive up through this canyon. And he routed us through a beautiful, gorgeous part of California that in the more than 40 years I've lived here I had never seen. We bypassed all of that, we had a great vacation and a story to tell and a renewed faith in humankind. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.